So oftentimes, most of the time when people have pets, especially if they're dogs, sellers have procedures for what they're going to do with the dog during a showing. And most of the time the dogs are either crated or the dogs are taken out of the house completely. Both options are great. One time I was in a house where dogs were just left running in the garage, and when my buyer opened the garage door, the big dogs just bolted into the house. So we had to try to chase down big dogs and get them back out into the garage because we weren't sure we were allowed to just let them run through the house. Goodness knows what would have happened. So we had that to take care of. But not too many people discuss what to do with their cats during showings. So I have found that cats are most of the time just left to roam around the house during showings. I've encountered 3 distinct personality types from cats and just encountered one last week. Last week, we encountered the tour guide. The tour guide cat is amazing. And in this instance, the cat actually matched the furnishings in the house. The cat had the same color scheme as their house, which was super amazing for the tour guide cat. This cat was beautiful. It was a white cat with some tan on it and a little bit of gray. So was the house. Cat had blue eyes. Beautiful cat. That cat took us on a tour of the whole house, expected to have its belly rubbed every once in a while in each room. It was really a funny experience with this very charming tour guide cat. I love the tour guide cats. They're amazing. Then most of the time we just have the hiders. If you open the front door, the cat is just going to run off and go hide under a bed or behind its favorite piece of furniture. So with the cats that are hidden, you often don't even encounter them. They try to completely stay away from you during the showing because they're nervous. They're scared. There's somebody different in their home, and they're just going to do that. The third type is the bolter. The bolter knows you're there, and as soon as you open the door, that cat's going to try to get out the door. Or if the cat's outside, it'll try to get inside, which really leaves a dilemma for us when we're showing, because if we don't know that that cat's allowed inside your house, we can't let it in. So oftentimes there's a showdown between you and the cat and a standoff because you don't want to let a cat, any cat, back in the house if it's not allowed. So cats can present a pretty interesting dilemma for us when we're out showing. What I love is that my marketing diva, Diana, actually does print out signs for cats. In fact, there's one house locally where she printed the sign out, and until occupancy is up, the seller left the cute "Don't let the cat out" sign up. So we try to have those so that it's clear. If your cat is an indoor-outdoor cat, that is good for us to know when we're showing if we're allowed to leave the cat out or to let the cat back in, because the last thing we want to do is have your cat roaming around the neighborhood if it's not allowed outside, or letting someone else's cat in your house when it's not supposed to be there. So if you've got cats, please make it very clear for us in the showing instructions what we need to do. And don't be afraid to put a sign up that says "Do not let the cat out," or a sign up that says "Okay if the cat is outside too." If you can do that for us, then showings are a lot easier. And if you have a hider so that we're not nervous when we leave that something may have happened, let us know that too. If your cat is a hider and people accidentally leave a door open when they walk outside or something like that, let us know. Please let us know what needs to happen with your cats. Not that realtors like to leave doors hanging open, but in the event that the door doesn't completely close, we don't want your kitty getting out into the surrounding areas when it's hot, or, for them to get lost. So be very clear on showings what needs to happen with your cats so that the showing goes well and the cat is safe and sound and life is good. If you have questions about this or any other real estate related topic, feel free to reach out to me by phone, text, email, or private message. And if you're watching on YouTube, please click subscribe. Thanks. Bye.